lot of work, but feel like you're not progressing as fast as you should? Well, the old adage, practice more, only works if you're practicing correctly. So today I'm going to show you how to break it down into tiny little bits, slow it down, get it in time, and master it so you can speed it up and play it perfectly. Baritone every other Wednesday, ukulele Wednesday and Saturday. Subscribe if you're learning the ukulele. This is the place to be. Printable tabs for all our lessons by becoming a Patreon. Links in the notes, as well as the description. My email's down there if you want some one-on-one lessons. All right, let's break it down. Grab the baritone, brain and attention span, and let's learn how to learn. The first exercise is the 16th note exercise with the G minor pentatonic. So let's just take a look at the shape. 3rd fret here, 5th fret, 3, 5. This 5th fret here is your root, 3, 5. Down a string, 3, 5. Down a string, 3, 6. Down a string, 3. You got another G note there, and 6. That is shape 1 of the G minor pentatonic. So the exercise we're going to do looks like this. It's a 16th note string skipping exercise, all right? And to lock this in, the best way to do that is to do it a quarter note at a time. So you can see there's 16 notes. 16 divided by 4 equals 4. So we're going to do this 4 at a time. We can see here how I'm visualizing my practice of this one exercise. I've broken it up into 1 measure, 2 measures, 3 measures, and then I'll circle back around to play the whole thing. The next thing I'm going to do is when I'm tapping my foot, I'm going to tap, tap. So I'm almost thinking about it as 8th notes. 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. So even though those are 16ths, I'm really thinking about it as 1 and 2 and 3. So I'm tapping my foot on the 1 and 2 and, as opposed to really slowing it down. Time 1, super slow. 1 E and a 2. Again. 1 E and a 2. Slightly faster. 1 E and a 2. 3, 4. 1 E and a 2. 3, 4. To it. So we're going to go to the second measure where we're going to play. And again, we're tapping our foot on the 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a. You know the drill. We're going to start slow. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. Speed it up a little bit. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. You can start to speed it up. But again, that's the final product. We're trying to play even. Our goal here is to play in time. It doesn't matter what the BPM is. It's to stay in time. So now we're on the 3rd measure. And again, my goal here is to play in time. If I can play it consistently in time, I can speed it up. All right, we know the drill. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Slow and steady. The most important thing is that you play it in time. The fastest way to learn is to learn to play ideas in time. Play it at the slowest time that you need to stay in time. Stay in time consistently before you speed it up. So we look at this slowly. We're going to count through it. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 So the last exercise, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1. One more time. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1. So now that we played it slow, we got it dialed in. Check this out. That is so much easier because I've taken the time to really lock it in under my fingers. All right, 4-measure rag. The key here is breaking it down into a measure at a time. So our first measure. First thing I would like to look at is the timing. I can see it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Counting music's very important. So I'm going to play that, but extremely slow. 1, making my C chord, thumb here, these two fingers. 1. Open strings 2, G7, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pretty warm for a fall day. So let's speed that up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1. Next measure, strum through the C, first fret, open, second fret. And that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the first two together. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Third measure. Again, you're doing this a measure at a time, and if you really need to slow it down, a beat at a time. 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 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 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Last measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Most important things playing in time. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. This one's only 2 measures, but it might be the hardest. So this is an example of something that's tricky enough where you want to actually take it beat by beat. I'm going to make a D chord, but I'm going to lift my middle finger up. And I'm going to start off thumb here, index here. 1 and 1 and 1 and 2. The hammer on happens on the beat. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. the exact same time I do that hammer on the second fret, my thumb plays the second string of the G string. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and index finger, third fret on the and. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. Third beat. Lift that up, both open. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and hammer on there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now we're going to add the last note, third fret here on the offbeat, and then I'm going to land on the 1 of the next measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now, you're going to see there that the ones, both of these open. But as I'm learning to get the timing down, I may only play just that low string there. Even though I have to get them both open, I'm again slowing this down to the point where I'm learning it a beat at a time, an eighth at a time, a half a beat at a time, so I can really stay locked in on timing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, I got that. I'm going to pluck them both open. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and adding that hammer on. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and sorry. That's why we're doing this. Then it's going to follow up third beat to open again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and open and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 4. Fourth beat, second fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Forgot to lift that up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The name of the game here is locking in, getting it right. Do not speed it up till you can play it in time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So much easier after I've taken the time to learn it correctly first to speed it up. This applies to anything you're learning. Strumming patterns, solos, anything. Get it right, play it in time, master it at a certain tempo where you can play it over and over, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, and then speed it up. When I'm learning a solo, I break it down into licks, and then I play that same lick over and over again until I try to speed it up. So even with solos, take it piece by piece, treat each section as its own little solo, master it, and then you can speed it up. There you go, folks. So in the search, I put learn faster or learn fast. I haven't decided yet. Those are both highly ranked SEO searches as opposed to learn quickly. Quickly is the adverb, learn is the verb, and adverb is an adjective that modifies the verb. So you say learn quickly. That's better grammar. So when you're talking to your friends, say, yeah, I'm playing the baritone, and thanks to this lesson, I'm able to learn quickly, not learn faster, learn faster. Faster is a comparative. You run faster than him. You could say, I'm learning faster than before, but again, faster is not an adverb. And this is not an English lesson. Think about becoming a Patreon, cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. Until next time, tabs up in the corner, additional links in the description. And I'll catch you Wednesday for baritone, Saturday for songs. All is good, my friends. Keep on rock and rolling. Life is good.